Namaste students, how are you all? I hope you are good and feeling safe at home and not troubling your parents while staying at home. We are doing our chapter polynomial. Before starting today's work, I want to appreciate all of you that you are submitting your work through WhatsApp and mail. It's a very nice feeling getting your work. Very good. Now we will start our chapter 2. Just a quick recap what we have done in the last video. So we have done definition of polynomial, coefficients, degree of a polynomial and types of a polynomial. I hope there is no confusion in it. If you are having it, so you can give me a message. I will clear it out. Okay. Now coming to the topics that we have to covered in this chapter. Again, as we have discussed in the last video also, that we have to cover important terms related to polynomials, zeros of a polynomial, remainder theorem, factor theorem and algebraic theorem. As we have done with our first topic, that is important term related to polynomials. Now the next topic will be topic for the day. What it will be? Zeros of a polynomial. But to reach there, to go there successfully at the topic zeros of a polynomial, we should know how to find out the value of a polynomial x at a particular value of x. So value of a polynomial x at a particular value of x, like x, if we are taking an arbitrary value a, or you can take any numerical value a 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 6, minus 20, whatever you want, then it is denoted by pa. Like if we are putting the value 1, then it will be p1. If we are putting the value p minus 2, so it will be p minus 2. Let's do some example to find out the value of any polynomial at a particular value. Like px, if we are having 5x square plus 4x minus 3 at x is equals to 2, so what value we have to put? X is equals to 2. At x is equals to 2, we have to find out the value of px. It's very easy. We have done it earlier as well. In grade 7, you have find out values of a function at a particular value. So 5x square plus 4x minus 3, it is the polynomial. We have to put x is equals to 2. So wherever we are getting x, we have to put that value 2. As you can see that p2 is equals to 5 2 square. X, in place of x we are putting 2. Then 4 into 2 minus 3. Now so we will solve it as usual. 5 into 2 square, what will be 2 square? 5 into 4 plus 8 minus 3. 5 into 4, it will be 20 plus 8 minus 3. By usual BODMAS calculation, we will find out its value. So it will be 25. So value of the polynomial 5x square plus 4x minus 3 at x is equals to 2, it will be equals to 25. Let's see one more example. Qy. Now the polynomial is in the variable y. 3y square minus 4y plus square root 11 at y is equals to 2. I hope all of you can do it easily. Let's do it. We have to put y is equals to 2. So wherever we are getting to y, we have to put the value as 2. 3y square. So it will be 2 square minus 4 into 2 plus square root 11. Again 3 into 2 square is 4 and 3 4s are 12 minus 4 into 2 8 plus square root 11. Now 12 minus 8, it will be 4 plus square root 11. As square root 11 is an irrational number and 4 is a rational number, so we cannot add them further. So answer will be like this only, 4 plus under root 11. So value of the polynomial at y is equals to 2, it will be 4 plus under root 11. Okay, one more example. Let's do it. I hope you can do it very easily now. Again, put value y is equals to minus 1 wherever you are getting y. Q minus 1 is equals to 3 minus 1 square minus 4 y. In place of y we will put minus 1 minus 7. Then 3 minus 1 square is equals to 1. So it will be 3. Now minus 4 into minus 1. It will be minus minus plus 4 minus 7. It will be 7 minus 7 is equals to 0. So y is equals to minus 1, giving us the value of the polynomial as 0, and it is not an ordinary point. It is a very special point where we are getting the value of the polynomial 0. Why it is a special value? Because it is the zeros of a polynomial. What is zeros of a polynomial? If px is a value, then zeros of the polynomial are the values of x which make the value of the polynomial 0. As in the previous example, when we put y is equals to minus 1, then the value of the polynomial become 0. It means that y is equals to minus 1 is the 0 of the polynomial. It's a very important topic and very easy topic. You will get a question based on it everywhere in your competitive exam, in your exams, in CBSE exam. So it's a very important topic. Now what type of questions we will get related to this topic? First is we have to verify that if any particular number is given, we have to verify whether it is the zeros of the polynomial or not. Like verify whether 2 and minus 2 are the zeros of the polynomial x minus 2. So if the polynomial is x minus 2, when 2 will be the zero of the polynomial? When after putting x is equals to 2, we will get the value 0. Let's see, will we get, like first we are putting p is equals to x is equals to minus 2, p minus 2, then minus 2, x ke place pe we will put, then minus 2 minus 2, it will give us minus 4. So its value is not equal to minus 4. Next, second value is p is equals to 2. So if we are putting p2, then it is giving 2 minus 2, and 2 minus 2 is 0. It means कि we are getting 0 when we are putting x is equals to 2. It means it is giving us the value of the polynomial 0. So what will be our conclusion? That 2 is the 0 of the polynomial, but minus 2 is not. Again, taking some typical example. Why I am saying typical? Because there is a square root, there is a fraction, which makes our work little bit typical. Like px, we have a polynomial 5x square minus 1. To find out the value of px at what value? Minus 1 upon square root 5. So what we will do, where x is coming, we will put minus 1 upon under root 5. Like p minus 1 upon under root 5 is equals to 5 into x square. X square will be minus 1 upon under root 5 square minus 1. Next step will be square, means we have to multiply the same number 2 times. So minus 1 into minus 1 upon denominator is root 5 into root 5. Minus 1 into minus 1, what will we get? 1, and root 5 into root 5 we will get 5. So it will be 5 into 1 upon 5 minus 1. First 5 into 1 upon 5. So 5 will be cancelled out with 5, and we will be left by 1 only. So 1 minus 1 is equals to 0, and that is what we need. It means minus 1 upon under root 5, making the value of the polynomial 0. So it will be a 0 of the polynomial, correct. Then we are checking for the next 3 upon root 5. If we will put 3 upon root 5, let's check what we will get. Again putting the value of x is equals to 3 upon root 5 and calculating, we will get the value 5 into, again 3 into 3 will be 9, root 5 into root 5 will be 5 minus 1. So it will give us the value 9 minus 1 and is equals to 8. So it is not giving us the value as 0. It means it is not a polynomial. So minus 1 upon under root 5 is the 0 of the polynomial, and 3 upon root 5 is not. So understood how we can verify that a given value is the 0 of the polynomial or not? How? We will put the value in the polynomial, and if we are getting the value as 0, then it will be a 0 of the polynomial, otherwise not. Good. Now the next type of question that we will get is we have to find out the 0 of the polynomial in each of the case. And in grade 9 you will get only linear equation to find out the 0, and in linear equation it's very easy. Like if we have to find out that px is equals to 4x minus 7, this is the polynomial, and we have to find out the zeros of the polynomial. Now zeros of the polynomial, when we will get it, it's 0 when its value is equals to 0, px is equals to 0. So what we will do, we will put the value px is equals to 0, and then we will find out the value of x. For which value of x this value will be equal to 0. It means what we have to find out, that 4x is equals to 4x minus 7 is equals to 0 when it will be. Now it is an equation, and I think you are very familiar to this type of equation to solve it and find out the value of x. Again, by transposing, what we will get, that 4x is equals to 7, and again transposing 4 to the right hand side, the value of x is equals to 7 upon 4. It means when if we will put x is equals to 7 upon 4, we will get the value 0. It means 0 of the polynomial 4x minus 7 is 7 upon 4. One more example, px is equals to dx plus t. Dx plus t. What is d and t here? X is the variable because polynomial is of x. What is d and t here? They are arbitrary constants. It means that their value is fixed, but they are unknown. Good, as we have studied in video 1, they are arbitrary constant. Now to find out the value of x, where the value of px is equals to 0, what we have to do, we have to put the polynomial equal to 0. It means dx plus t is equals to 0. Good. Now what we will do, again transposing. If we will transport, the what we will get, dx is equals to minus t, and again transposing d to the right hand side, x value is minus d upon t. So x is equals to minus t upon d. If you will put, you will get the value of px is equals to 0. So x is equals to minus d upon t is the 0 of the polynomial. It's very simple to find out the 0 of the polynomial, especially when it is linear. Now some facts about the zeros of the polynomial. What is the fact? First, we are talking about the 0 of the polynomial, and what you come to know, that 0 of the polynomial, it need not to be 0, because we are getting some other numbers also where the value of the polynomial is 0. 0 of the polynomial means that where the value of the polynomial is 0 at a particular point, that number is called 0, not 0. 0 may be the 0 of a polynomial when, like if it is a polynomial 2x, when it will be 0, when x is equals to 0. So x may be the 0 of the polynomial, but it need not to be 0. Next, important thing, a polynomial has zeros equal to its degree. I know all of you know about the degree. Degree is the highest power of the polynomial. So any polynomial, whatever is the highest power, whatever is the degree, that number of zeros it will have. Like linear polynomial, it means degree 1, so it will have only 1 0. If quadratic polynomial we are talking about, so it has degree 2, it will be 2 zeros, and cubic polynomial, it will be having 3 zeros, like that. Now based on the today's learning, you will be able to do exercise 2.2. Do it and submit with the same enthusiasm as you have done 2.1. Good luck.